open the link that I will send in the group call or chat. Put your name and make sure to check the Remember Me button. Use the clues to solve the crossword. So in your screen, you will see this um, this this site, and then you will have to put your name here. For example, my name, Charhaey Apatan, and then make sure that you click this Remember Me button because I will be recording your scores and to check if who answered correctly. Okay, I will send to you now the activity. I already sent the activity in our group chat, so kindly check the group chat and start with the activity. I will give you 3 minutes to do this activity. You may start now. For any questions, don't hesitate to ask me for any help in your online activity. You have 2 minutes remaining. Okay, class, are you finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let us see the results of this activity. Okay. So we have here the number of students which are who answered the activity. We have 7 students, and we have the average score of 6 out of 6 and the top score of 6 out of 6. So that means every one of you had the correct answer. Okay, we have here the students and their scores. So let us answer together what we have, what you did in your activity. Okay, let's start. Okay, for number 1, this is used to mean something other than what is written. Who can answer this? Yes, Mr. Pandoro?
It's figurative, ma'am.
Okay, let's check. Figurative. Okay, that is correct. Well done. Next, number 2, used to mean exactly what is written. Who can answer this? Yes, Miss Kogonon?
Literal, ma'am.
Literal. Let's check. Okay, that is also correct. Well done. Next, number 3, compares two different things by using like and as. Yes, Mr. Nico?
Simile.
Simile. Let's check if your answer is correct. Okay, that is correct. That is excellent. Next, number 5, giving human characteristics to non-human or abstract things. Miss Eliza,
Personification, ma'am.
personification. Let's check. Okay, that is correct. Next, we have compares two different things without using like or as. Yes, Mary Joy?
Metaphor, ma'am.
Metaphor. Let us check. That is correct. Next, the last word, a great exaggeration, often unrealistic to add emphasis to a sentiment. Yes, Carmel?
Hyperbole, ma'am. Or hyperbole.
Hyperbole. Okay, that is correct. So these are the answers of the activity. Well done, class. You answered all of it correctly. So to check, let's recap. What words did you complete in the crossword? Yes, Nico? Yes, Nico, you are raising your hand.
Ang signal niya daw siya.
Okay. Yes, Miss Eliza, please answer the question. What words did you complete in the crossword?
I think it's all about figurative language, ma'am.
Okay, it is about figurative language, also literal language. Next, have you heard of those words before? Yes, Mr.
Yes,
Pandoro?
ma'am.
Yes, of course. We have heard of these before in our elementary days and high school days. Next, we have, do we use these words in our everyday lives? Do we? Yes, you can
Yes,
answer.
ma'am.
Yes, we use these words in our everyday lives. So our topic for today is actually about literal and figurative language. For our class objectives of the day, at the end of the lesson, the learners will be able to define literal and figurative language, classify sample text into literal or figurative language, and appreciate the value of literal and figurative language in our daily life experiences. Are the objectives of today clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
let us
ma'am.
proceed. So I have here an iceberg model. At the top of the iceberg, we can see the word literal language. while at the bottom of the iceberg, we can see figurative language. Why do you think so? Why do you think that literal language is at the top and figurative language is at the bottom? Based on your motivational activity. Yes, Mr. Pandoro?
I think, ma'am, that literal language is something that you can see or read. However, figurative language is the hidden text or meaning of a context.
Okay, thank you for your answer. So let's check if your answers are correct. So literal language, it uses the actual meanings of words or phrases in their exact sense. So it is seen at the top of the iceberg because we can see or we can see the words, the meaning of the words by its literal sense. And it is direct to the point and it is usually used in casual conversations. Next, we have figurative language. It is located at the bottom of the iceberg because it uses different figures of speech to make the content more persuasive or to have a greater impact. It needs to be carefully analyzed to discover its meaning, and it is commonly used in literary works. So it is at the bottom of the iceberg because it the meaning of it doesn't have not the literal meaning, but the deeper meaning of its context. So these are the examples of figurative language that you have seen in your activity. We have simile, metaphor, hyperbole, and personification. So the definitions of this were discussed in your activity. So are the definitions of these clear or do you need me to elaborate more on that?
All clear, ma'am.
All clear, okay. Let's proceed. These are the examples of both literal and figurative language. So this let's check first in the literal language. He has big feet. Is it correct? Is it literal or figurative?
Literal.
Yes, it is literal because he is saying that the person has big feet. But in the figurative language, his feet are as big as skateboards. So the person is comparing the feet of his friend or the feet of the person into skateboards, two different things. So that means it is simile. By using the word
As
Yes.
Big
as.
as.
Okay, that is correct. Next, we have her hair is very soft. That is the literal language, while figurative language, her hair is silky. Okay, it uses metaphor because what is the meaning again of
of the
metaphor?
word silky.
It is being compared, something is being compared without using the words like and as. Okay, next we have literal language. The backpack feels very heavy. While in the figurative language, the backpack weighs a ton. Okay, it is hyperbole. Why? Why do you think it is hyperbole?
It is exaggerated.
Okay, it uses exaggeration because the backpack weighs very heavy. Next, we have lava erupted from the volcano. And then in figurative language, it is said here that the volcano spit out lava from its mouth. Why do you think it is personification?
Because the volcano is giving life as mouth.
Okay, it uses human traits. Something that is inanimate object, it is using human traits. Spitting out, that is a human trait, okay? Everything clear? Do you have any questions?
That's
Clarifications?
None, ma'am.
None? Okay. Let us proceed to our next activity. Find my group. Just like in the first activity, I will send you a link and you need to drop and drag each item into its correct groups. So, the same, you need to write your name here and make sure to click Remember Me because I will record your scores. I will send now the link to the activity. Are the instructions clear, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Please excuse the dogs because someone is outside. Did you see the link, class?
No, ma'am.
Okay,
No,
wait. I
ma'am.
will send it for a while. How about that? Did you see the link?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I will give you 3 minutes to answer this activity. You may start. Okay, we have 7 students who've answered the activity so far. We have here Miss Corbita, the first to rank the activity. Next is Miss Carmel Consulta. And the third is Mr. Wilbert Garsula, who got perfect score. Okay, 1 minute left. Okay, is everyone done with the activity?
I think so, ma'am.
Okay. Is everyone done? Shall we proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
let us
ma'am.
proceed. Let us try to check your answers. Okay. So, first sentence. He was late to dinner. Is it literal or figurative?
Literal.
Literal. Okay. Next, I stayed up last night. I'm so tired. Is it literal or figurative?
Literal.
Literal.
Literal. Okay. The
Literal,
grass.
ma'am.
Next, the grass looks like spiky green hair. Is it literal or figurative?
Figurative.
Let's try to check later. Next, the sky is pale blue with few clouds. Is it literal or
Literal, ma'am.
figurative? Okay, literal. Jack was sent home from school early because he was burning up. Is it literal or figurative?
If
Figurative, ma'am.
Next, it was raining, so I rode the bus. Is it literal or figurative?
Literal, ma'am.
Literal.
Literal.
I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. Is it literal or figurative?
Figurative, ma'am.
Okay, figurative. The students are as busy as bees. Is it literal or figurative?
Figurative.
Okay, let's put it in figurative. Next, the toddler brushed his teeth very well. Literal or figurative?
literal, ma'am.
Literal.
Literal. Lastly, the teacher told the students to stop dancing around the
Literal.
question and answer it.
If, ma'am.
Literal,
Figurative.
figurative. Okay,
Figurative.
Figurative.
let's check the answers. Okay, those answers are correct. Any questions?
None, ma'am.
None.
Ma'am.
Okay, let us proceed. How do we know if the text uses literal language? Anyone? Yes, Mr. Pandoro?
If you ask me, ma'am, I think that we can easily analyze if the text uses a literal language in terms of the languages and words used in a context. Just like, for example, they just use earlier like atong the toddler brush the teeth. So it is very understandable, ma'am. Unlike the figurative, they uses different word.
Okay. So we know if the text uses literal language if it is obviously literal. Okay? We can see that it is literal. The sentence is used literally. It means literally. Okay? Next. How do we know if the text uses figurative language? Anyone? Contrasting to what Mr. Pandora said earlier. Now, how do we know if the text uses figurative language? Yes, Miss Manayon?
The text uses figurative language, ma'am. It uses different figures of speech, such as the simile, metaphor, hyperbole, and personification, to make the content more persuasive, ma'am.
Okay, that is correct. We know if the text uses figurative language if the text doesn't use it, that doesn't mean it literally. We need to dig deeper around the sentence to know its meaning, its correct meaning. Okay? Any other questions about the discussion? Clarifications? Any questions,
Wala
class?
naman.
None, ma'am. So far,
Okay, none. Last, for our last activity, this is for your quiz, evaluation quiz. Literal versus figurative game show quiz. So for our last activity, I will send you a link again and you need to open the quiz and select the correct answers. Okay, just to remind you again, you need to put your name and click remember me so that I can record your scores. Okay, I have already sent the activity, the quiz, into our group chat and kindly click on it and answer the quiz. You may start now. I'll give you 5 minutes. Okay, we have four students so far who have answered the quiz. We have our top scorer, Miss Kayla May Gonzalez, with 1,890 score. We also have Miss Sybil Ann Ramirez, who also had a perfect 15-point score. Okay, is everyone done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are there any questions, other clarifications about our discussion? Is everything clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. For your assignment, construct at least 5 sentences for literal and 5 for figurative language. Your